Well, hello there. Guess what? Today we're going to talk about sin. Hey, don't get excited. I'm not going to tell you how to sin today or give you any new pointers. I want to talk about what sin means. You know, in our scriptures, in Christianity, we read a lot about sin. In the Old Testament is where we first see the word sin. Now, what we think sin might mean today is not what sin meant in the languages years ago. You've got to remember that the Bible has gone through several translations. It went from Hebrew into Greek and then into English. So we have to go all the way back to the earlier languages to find out what sin really means. Well, it means to miss the mark. If you were shooting an arrow at a target and you turn loose of the bow and the arrow went shooting through the air and hit the target somewhere, you either hit the mark where you wanted to or you missed it. Now, when the archer misses the mark, does he go into guilt? Does he create hell in his thinking? Is he frustrated? Is he confused? Does he feel unworthy? No. He just tells himself, well, I missed the mark. I've got to practice more. Whatever his goal is, he just has to practice more. Well, in daily life, basically, in our behaviors, we often miss the mark of the goal behavior that we had chosen for ourselves. Now, realize that you just missed the mark and you can try it again. But if you start beating up on yourself, thinking that you're going to be punished for what you do, then you go into depression maybe, frustration, confusion, anger, reaction. You want revenge or something like that. And you see how we use words to punish ourselves? A lot of times these words have come out of our early teachings, along with the interpretation of what sin means, or those words mean. Folks, we have to go to the root of the word to find out what it really means. We've got to get to where we don't always take someone's idea of it and follow that idea through life. I'm trying to give you a new interpretation of a word that historically has caused us a lot of pain. To sin means to miss the mark. I've missed the mark so many times. I'm sure you have missed it a few times in your life. Otherwise, you're perfect, and my goodness, we can't have too much of that going on. Listen, there is nothing to punish you when you miss your mark. We have been mistaught about that. You are not going to burn in the fire. You have only missed the mark. Love yourself enough to realize that you have only missed the mark. With that, I'm going to leave today. This is Mary with SpiritCallsMe.com. Send me an email. Bye-bye.